What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Friday, December 16th, and in today's video, we're going to be looking into Infected Mob. But most importantly, we're going to be looking at the collections that they've done NFT collaborations with. So basically, Infected Mob is a collection and service that basically you can hire their art studio to elevate your PFP collection of your own NFT collection. So we're going to see some different examples of some collaborations that they've done within the Solana ecosystem. And we're also going to be rating and looking into these collections at what is the best investment or collection that you may want to have in your portfolio. Most importantly, please keep in mind that this is not financial advice. It's just my own opinion. It's just for entertainment. So please do your own research before investing in any of these projects, and never invest more than what you're willing to lose. So as always, be sure to like that button, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to join our Patreon page, and most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So keep in mind, stick around to the very end, watch this video throughout its entirety, because you're going to hear at the end my conclusion statement on which NFT collaboration collection you should keep your eye out on. So okay, right now Infected Mob is trading around 3.18 Solana in terms of its floor price. But it's not these NFTs I want to focus on, it's their collaborations, because again, their art studio is actually quite fantastic. So let's go ahead and look into one of many collaborations that they've done. So the first one I want to show you is something that's not really on my radar, but something that I think is really interesting. Now they did a collaboration with Mouse in the House, and it was between Infected Mob and Mouse in the House, and basically they took their original PFPs and elevated it into these works of art. And as you can see, they really do push the limits in terms of the art, and their artist Designical is absolutely amazing in terms of this. So you can see right now there is a trading volume of around 137 Solana. Now to me that doesn't show a lot of trading volume, just to be very honest, but there's only 29 of these NFTs on the floor, with 444 NFTs in total circulating supply. Now the reason this is the first one is because I'm showing you the least traded volume collection to the most, so we'll see what has the most traded volume in Solana at the very end of the video. But this one I'm not particularly interested in buying or even having in my portfolio, and that's okay. I mean, the thing is, it's just particularly if you're a big fan of Mouse in the House or just this artwork, then this is something for you. But again, only 137 Solana in trading volume since its launch, which was probably recently within the past 2 weeks, maybe even more than that. But it's fairly new. Let's look at another one that they've done, Hello Panther. Now, Hello Panther had a collaboration with Infected Mob. But what's interesting about this is that Hello Panther, their original artwork was this. And based on this partnership, that they hired Infected Mob to elevate their artwork. So basically people can stake their NFTs to earn their native token to upgrade to these, cyberpunk elevated Infected Mob designs. And so there's pretty much a few here that you can see within this whole timeline. So obviously you can tell that they really do take your original artwork and elevate it on a whole new level. But I actually have 4 of these in my portfolio because they're so cheap. What's also really great is that the trading volume within Hello Panther is around 15,000 Solana. But keep in mind, Hello Panther's been around a lot longer. But there's only 466 of these NFTs. I think this is actually not a bad idea to have some of this in your portfolio, because literally they're like way less than 1 Solana. So you can literally buy 3 of these NFTs for a little less than 1 Solana. So I think that's not a bad idea to have in your portfolio. But what else is there? There's also Infected Bears. Infected Bears is a collaboration between OK Bear SubdAOs and Infected Mob. And as you can see, there's around 3,291,000 in terms of trading volume on Solana, which is also not really a lot. The reason we pay attention to the total trading volume is because we want to see how many people are buying this NFT. Because if you're wanting to take profit at some point later on down the road, you want to know that there's still some activity. And let's go ahead and look at the activity part, because I think that's really important. When you look at these numbers, you have to look at who's buying and how long does it take for each purchase to happen. Like say for instance, this one just happened 7 hours ago, which is actually kind of a long time. This one's 15 hours, 2 days ago, 4 days. These gaps are too big. That means there's not a lot of people interested in this particular artwork. And that's why you always have to do your research when buying into these NFTs. It's not just like looking at the floor price and the total traded volume, it's also looking at the activity. We're gonna make some examples later on down. But again, there's a lot of different traits that you can look forward to, and obviously the artwork is still fantastic regardless, right? But maybe it's just that people weren't a fan of OK Bears, who knows what it is. But either way, this is pretty sick. Now moving on, let's go ahead and go into Infected Vampires. Now, Infected Vampires is actually kind of interesting because this is a collaboration between So Dead, which is an NFT collection, and Infected Mob. And basically, the story between SoDead is that we used to see floor prices of SoDead NFTs around 1 to 4 Solana, and then went up as high as 30 plus Solana. So that story, that narrative really like took the attention in the Solana market. So they did a collaboration with Infected Mob and created the Infected Vampires. Now there's 54 of these NFTs, only 513 of this in terms of trading volume, so 513. So it's not really a lot still, but again, the artwork is pretty fantastic, but also the floor price is actually quite affordable, as you can see. So it could be a good idea to maybe have some of this in your portfolio regardless of the trading volume or the floor price, just because I just think it's just good to just have like exposure to at least one of these NFTs. Now, next up, we also have Infected Jungle. Now, this is a collaboration between Infected Mob and Primates, and that's another NFT collection on Solana. But what's interesting is that this one actually has a really large traded volume, around 11,000 Solana. So that's really great to see that that actually has some traction. And the floor price is 13 Solana, so it's actually quite high in terms of the floor price. Now, it looks like this has one of the most strongest activities on there, from floor price, trading volume, but maybe even possibly activities. If we look at the activities, we got to look at when was the last purchase. This was 2 days ago. And then there's only like basically 3 purchases 2 days ago, and then only 2 purchases 3 days ago. So to me, that's not a lot of trading volume. Maybe it's slowed down. I remember there was only like 2 or 3 of these NFTs on the market floor because there was a potential that if you own this and other NFTs within an Infected Mob, that you would qualify for an Infected Olympus NFT that was going to be airdropped to you. So that, I think, obviously pushed the price up a lot in terms of the floor price. And also in terms of trading volume. So maybe the steam has been lost there, but regardless, people are still buying this, I think, as collectors. So let's go ahead and look into the next collection because I think it's really interesting. That is Infected Olympus, which I was just talking about. Now you've noticed that there is more traded volume, around 19,000 Solana traded volume. And that is actually quite good in my opinion. There's 777 of these NFTs with 58 marked on the floor. Now I've seen the floor price be around 40 Solana and higher, believe it or not, but now it's 8.4 Solana. So obviously something has happened. There's a dip that we are seeing right now as we speak. So keep that in consideration. Like this actually seems like it's doing really well. Let's go ahead and look into the activity. When was the last purchase? So almost very similar to Infected Jungle, which was like the last purchase was 12 hours ago for 7.7, which is not that bad, but not that great either. And also we only had 3 purchases 3 days ago, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, well, 8 purchases 3 days ago. So that's actually not bad, but the trading volume is actually quite high. And the reason I think this is doing really well is because, again, Infected Mob worked with the sub-DAOs of DeGods, and DeGods we know is like one of the new record-breaking all-time high collections. So maybe owning one of these could definitely be great in your portfolio in case you're wanting to have a little bit more exposure. So I think this is actually quite kind of cool in my perspective. I would not ignore this at all. So this is definitely something that I think will do really well, especially in the next bull run. But what's the last NFT collaboration that I think has the best traded volume and actually in a great affordable floor price and activity? And that is Infected Rascals. Even when I just pulled it up right here, we've already seen 4 sold out. Now this one has only been around for just a few weeks, and this has already traded 13,000 Solana traded volume, which is actually quite good. So the reason I want you guys to keep an eye out for this one, Infected Rascals, is because it really does have the most transactions and also has the most activity. So if you look at the activity, just look at this. This isn't like days apart. This is like literally minutes to hours apart. As you can see here, it's better to see hours than minutes. And that means that just goes to show to me that people really see that this collection is profitable, but also they really like the artwork. But also this is a collaboration between Infected Mob and Jelly Rascals. And Jelly Rascals we know is like this artwork, but has reached around 60 Solana floor price and higher. So this is something I would just not ignore. I would definitely have exposure to this the most in terms of all the collaborations that I've seen so far. Because definitely, again, this is something that I just would not miss out on. I think it's definitely a great asset to have in your portfolio. But also keep in mind, if you don't want to buy any of these, there's also other collaborations that are coming up, such as Oak Paradise and Infected Mob. And this is basically the collaboration artwork of Oak Paradise working with Infected Mob, what it could look like. And we know Oak Paradise focuses around gaming, and with their collaboration Infected Mob, I think could really open new doors. I don't know what the floor price would be around these collections, because right now the floor price for Oak Paradise is around 10 Solana or higher. So hopefully these can fetch a little bit close to that, but again, we have to know what the circulating supply is. We don't know what that's going to be just yet. But anyways, just keep that in mind. There's another collaboration, and the last collaboration I want to share with you, and that is this. Trip Tribe, which is one of the top collections on Solana, is having collaboration with Infected Mob to elevate their apes into being either an eternal character, which is this one, or a survival Trip Tribe character. So that's another NFT that I think you guys should keep your eye out on. But personally, for me, I'm looking out for the eternal design, which I'm really digging as of right now. And I cannot wait for that to be on the market floor. So, I mean, that's basically it. You've seen all the different artworks that they've been working with. And again, it's all about, just understanding what they're doing and being a part of this movement. They are an art studio. They provide art services and probably so much more. And the team is absolutely amazing, in my perspective. They're very professional. They're all around the world. Designical is a great artist. He's got a great YouTube channel with a ton of followers. So again, you've seen what I've seen, and this is my conclusion. Out of all the different collections, I personally would want to have exposure in the Infected Rascals, because it has great entry floor price, amazing trading volume, great activity, and the artwork is actually quite phenomenal. But again, if you have funds, then maybe it's good to have one of each of everything that we've covered, so that you can just brag about it and just show to people like, hey, I'm a true Infected Mob fan. You just keep collecting. So, hopefully that is the best example I could provide for you. And hopefully this is informational and educational. But again, this is just the start, and I believe that they're going to do a lot of great collaborations, and they are definitely elevating the Solana ecosystem in the art studio space, and there's no one really else that's doing this at this level. So got to give props to the Infected Mob team. If you want to see more videos about Infected Mob, please leave a comment down below on YouTube or Twitter, and I hope to hear from your comments soon. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page. I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching Cryptolution. Join our Patreon page for all our private alpha calls, investment strategies, and one-on-one consultations in the link below. Limited spaces are available, so be sure to reserve your spot today. Invest safely, and we'll see you on the next episode of Cryptolution.